Hi, I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Theory Tuition series where we're working step by step through the ABRSM Theory Grades. There are lots of resources available to help you on my website. If you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find some free PDF information sheets. You can download those in US letter or A4 and they accompany each step of this series. There's also a page with links to all of my YouTube video tutorials, and you can also access information about the books that I have available. I've written How to Take Your ABRSM Music Theory Exam. It's an exam technique guide and it's full of tips and techniques on how to best prepare for your exam and also how to best make use of the time when you're working through your exam paper on exam day. So if you visit sharonbill.com, you'll find it's all there. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great, and subscribe to my channel to keep updated. And so now we're going to crack on with paper B, and if you turn with me to page 11, we're now going to have a look at question 2 of the 2016 paper B. So have a crack at this first of all on your own. So press pause, have a go. It doesn't matter if you go wrong, you're only ever writing in pencil, you can always just rub it out. And then we'll go through this together. So I'm hoping you've had a go. Let's have a look at this together now. And so we need to describe fully each of the intervals that are numbered and bracketed here, and whichever order the interval comes in, the lowest note is always counted as our bottom note, as our tonic, and then we just apply the key signature to make sure that it's not affecting any of the notes, and we always count upwards. Remember to count the given note, the lowest note, as number 1. So here we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a fifth of some sort. Now we have, it looks like we've got an E flat to a B flat, however this natural sign is still active, which is going to just change that. So E flat to B flat would be a perfect fifth, but because we've raised the lower note from a flat to a natural, we've made the interval smaller, and so we've gone from perfect to diminished, so that will be a diminished fifth. Just watching out that you don't miss out where accidentals are still active in the bar. There we go. Let's look at the next one. So now we have a 1, 3, 5, 6th of some sort, and that's half your marks straight away. And so we have here an A to a C, D, E, F. Now A to F sharp would be the major interval because A major has F sharps, and so the fact that it's not an F sharp but it's an F natural, there's no sharp being added, means that it's a minor 6th. It's part of the minor scale. The smaller interval, the major interval is the bigger, a minor interval is always a smaller interval. Let's carry on. So now we have a 1, 3, 5, 7. That's half of the job done. So we have a key signature of E flat, so that's an E flat. So we have from F sharp to E flat. Now F to E would be major. That's part of the major scale. It's an E flat, and so that's minor. We've made it small, but actually the lowest note is an F sharp, which makes it smaller again, and so it's a diminished interval. So we've got a diminished 7th there. There we go. Let's have a look at the next one. So interval 4, these next door notes here. So we've got an 1, 2 of some sort. Now we've got to watch out because we've got a key signature of E flats. Here the key signature is obviously in place, and then the F sharp is still active, it's not been cancelled, so that's an F sharp. So let's just think about this. So E to F sharp would be major, and then we've made it bigger again because it's actually an E flat, so the lowest note is down a semitone, and so we've got we've augmented that major interval, and so we've got an augmented second. We've made it bigger. There we go. Now this next one, it obviously exceeds an octave, and so I'm going to jump the octave 1, 3, 5, 7, 8 to here. So we've got a B flat to a D plus an octave, 1, 2, 3. We've got a compound third, and B flat to D. D is part of the B flat major scale, and so it's a major third, and so we've got a compound major third. Alternatively, you can just count up the steps and you could name that a major tenth, as long as you remember that that's a major interval. There we go. Let's look at the next section. So the following melody is written for horn in F. We've got to transpose it down a perfect fifth. So that would be how it would sound once it was playing at concert pitch. Do not use a key signature. However, you need to bear in mind what that key signature would be and include it as accidentals. There's a first tip. So it says put in all the necessary sharp, flat or natural signs. And so you've got to take your key signature here, find your fifth lower. Don't add a new key signature, but bear in mind what it will be, and then translate all of this down 5 notes, transpose it down. So have a go of that if you haven't done so already. So I'm hoping you've had a go. Come back into the video to check it through, and we'll now go through that together, hoping that you've pressed pause and had a crack at it. Let's just get all these bits in place. I'm keeping everything aligned. Although they've given us an extra stave, I'm going to keep everything exactly positioned underneath there so I don't get lost. We've got enough to be thinking about without worrying about where we are in the extract. So if we just take this, there's no key signature here, a C major, C down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 takes us to F major, which has a key signature of B flats. So we're not going to add the key signature. We've been asked not to do that. It's standard for horns not to have a key signature at all. They always, it's the formula to always write them as accidentals. I'm not sure why that is in all orchestral scores. So now we've got to drop down 5 notes. 1, 3, 5 takes us to F. That's like, okay, that's a helpful clue. There's our C down to F major. Next door note up a step. That's been flattened. This also will be flattened. Take it down, back down a step. Now we've come down 1, 3, 5 to the D. Let's just check we've got the same distance. 1, 3, 5, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6. Yep. That one's flattened. So this one will also be flattened. We've lowered it a semitone. Let's just drop these down a fifth. Now here's our B, which should have a key signature of B flats, and so we're going to have to just pop that in now. And then that's already in place for this next one. Down a step, that's flattened, that's lowered by a semitone, so this will also be. And then this one is cancelling the flat from previously, so we need to do the same, so a natural sign again. Down a step, and it should take us to where we started, and that's correct, so we know we've not gone wrong there. Now we're going down a fifth, so 1, 3, 5 takes us to B. Now it would be a B flat, however it's been raised by a sharp here, so raising a flat by a semitone is a natural sign, so we can either miss the B out entirely because it's not needed, or we can just add it to show that we know that we've worked that through. Let's carry on. So here, this is the flat also. It's been lowered by a semitone here, so we'll lower this one by a semitone, just the same. Down a step, down a step. That's still as it was before, so we don't need to do anything there. There we go. So that takes us to G. We should have gone up a fifth. 1 3 5 1 3 5. Yep, so we know we're okay. Down 1 3 5 1 3 5 takes us to the C. That's correct. Jump an octave. Back again an octave. And then we finish 1 3 5 on the F, which is where we started, so that's correct. 1 3 4 1 3 4. That's it. And so now we've just got to pop the stems in. So we may need to rearrange the position of the stems. So this one is 4 away from the middle line. This one's only 3, so the lowest note outvotes that one. But now we're all above the middle line or on the middle line. So those stems can all come down. But then we'll need to just pop the stems up for this one as we're getting lower below the middle line. That's our deciding point. There we go. Need another B there. This is the easy bit now, we're just copying. I think it's outvoted, this one is, so that one will have to have the stem pointing up to accommodate all of the others. Ooh, perhaps that's a bit too short, dear. Shall I make that bit bigger? Give it at least a bit of a stem. There we go, and then there we go. Just got a slur there. Let's pop some slurs in. Might as well in all of those marks and add in all the articulation and the dynamics. There we go. So we'll leave it at that for this video. I do hope that you found that useful. I hope this is helpful to you. If you can give me a like, that'd be really great. And please do subscribe to my channel to keep updated. There's lots more in store. Please do visit sharonbale.com and make use of all of the resource that's available to help you there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.